All right, everybody. Hi. Nice to see you. My name is Aspen, and I have been faceless on this channel for the first several uploads, but I decided maybe it's time to show my face. So we're gonna do some of this. I'm trying out a new setup, so we'll just have to see how it goes, because I'm not really loving it so far, but let's just see what happens. My roommate's cat is meowing, if you can hear that, so enjoy the sounds of nature, I guess. So I'm just gonna get everything set up here. I just kind of wanted to say hi first. So we are continuing with the Harry Potter craze today. So let me just get my bags of stuff out. Normally I would be opening them. However, I thought I was going to do this at my mom's house. I did not end up doing it at my mom's house, but more fun for you guys. Get out our little mat here. Adjust our camera. I don't really love... Hold on. I'm going to change the setup, because I can't say I'm in love with it. My dog may or may not make an appearance. Depends on how nosy he's feeling right now. Okay. Hey everybody, we're going to try a new video here, and it's going to be Harry Potter, in keeping with our recent uploads of Honeydukes stuff. So again, totally understand if you don't like Harry Potter, if you don't want to support it. Like, it's totally okay. I do understand. But for those who do want to stay around for the stream, I would love to have you. Alright, so first we're going to get into our goodies here. We have our bag. And we may end up with duplicates. I do have quite a few of these, so I'm not sure. Indeed, this is a duplicate. So I am going to set this aside, because we have already done licorice snaps. Let's see what the next one is. I hope everyone's having a great day. I am excited to explore this set with you guys. Alright, so we've got Honeydukes Bright Hues. It looks like we are getting, it looks like a blue and a pink, or a green and a pink. Our sweet treats. I'm making this face because this package is almost empty. Okay, and it looks like today we're doing jelly snakes. Definitely not one of my, like, ones I really wanted to see the most, but that's okay. Maybe we'll be a completionist this go around and be excited. And then we have our other one, and then we have what I've come to know are our containers in here. So let me zoom out a little bit there. Move my light. All right. And you will see me checking the camera. My webcam is wired, so was not able to get that going. All right. So we've got our nice little vase here. to hold our creations. I'm gonna have to get used to looking over here instead of over there, so bear with me. And then we have our worm molds. Looks like we're probably gonna making some semblance of jelly. Gummy worms. Yes, English is good. Sometimes I say things and I realize how they come out and I go, All right, and then we have our Honeydukes candy syrup. And we have our nozzle there. Making sure I get everything out of the bags. And what is in this mostly empty bag? Okay, we just have our little spoon here. I think of it as a different thing, having been an ER nurse for so long. However, we won't repeat what goes on inside my brain, probably ever. Like, let's just say ever. Ever's a good one. All right. So now we're gonna unwrap our mold. I am excited. The one thing I like about these sets is that we are making our own candy. So we have all these reusable molds. Ta-da! And let's see this. I've got to get used to looking at the camera. Let's see our pamphlet here. So we are making the jelly snakes. First, we will look at all of our ingredients, make sure they're all there, and they are. That just looks so magical. Sprinkles. Okay. So first we're going to take our hues, use the end of the spoon, and then we are going to dip it in there, and then we will put it in the mold. Then they want us to do the same thing with the red. And they want us to dip that in the end of the mold so that we kind of have this color variation going on. Then it wants us to put our resin in. Then we're going to cure it for 5 to 10 minutes and then turn it over and cure it for another 5 to 10 minutes. And then we're going to unmold them. And then this display is pretty easy. We're just going to place them in the display, kind of drooping over the edges there. Let's get started. All right. So first we're going to get into our stuff. Very descriptive. I know, I'm glad. You guys are so glad I'm here for this, right? Like, how could you have come up with all these terms on your own, right? Stuff. Probably need to start making scripts. I just feel like it makes it so inauthentic sounding for me to create a script. All right. So we'll put our little, they do tape these down. So we're going to want to take the tape off first. It's the little things, you know, because the tape is pretty clear. So if you don't remove the tape, you're going to be sitting on the struggle bus for a while before you realize, I should have done that. Or, you know, you'll realize right away, I could just be, I could be silly. Okay. Until I get a better setup, you kind of guys just get my face, so I am sorry about that. All right. And our resin also has tape on it, so we're gonna go ahead and just remove that while we're removing tape and put our nozzle on. So we've got Honeydukes candy syrup, and this one's gonna be lemon. Ooh, I got tape on me. Ta-da! Alright, now our work surface is all ready for us. So, let's get to it. So first they want us to take our green and get a little bit on the end of the spoon there. Did they have the heads red? I don't know. We'll find out. And we're going to do this to each of the worms. Ah! I made a mess. Alright. I don't know if that's enough green. We'll just find out. But if you're clumsy like me, make sure you put the lid back on, because you don't want your work mat to look like my work mat. Alright, so now we're going to open up the red. Or pink, or whatever we're calling this. Putting it in the tail. Y'all should not leave me unsupervised because I'm clumsy. I feel like this is backwards though. Like, don't you feel like maybe the scooping portion should be with the spoon and the mixing portion should be with the end of the stick? Because I do. As you can see, I have made a mess, but that's okay. That's why, before we play with the resin, we're going to put on gloves. Resin is toxic. And we shouldn't get it on our hands if we can avoid it. So, let me get some gloves. Alright, so we will review our instructions again. We're going to put the resin in, we're going to do some mixy, and then we're going to cure them. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Let's find out how much I can mess this up. I do really like the hue of this. It did say lemon, and it is indeed more of a lemon hue. Alright, so now we're gonna do some mixing. And they really wanted us to focus kind of towards the base of what we did. Kind of give an ombre effect. So we're gonna try. That's all I can do, Miniverse. All I can do is try with what you give me. And I decided to do the red most first. That way the bleeding over isn't quite as significant. Just kind of using the tissue paper they gave me to wipe off the excess. And we're gonna just keep mixing. Make sure that enough of the resin is in there. There are no bubbles. I just like this with a little bit more of the hue than they tell us. So the next ones I will try to just do the way I want to do them. I know that's not how directions are supposed to work, but it is how I'm going to make it work. Okay, so now we are going to cure it, and I'll be back with you guys in about 10 minutes. Hey everybody, so it looks like we have our gummy snakes done. There was one casualty. I had to use my scissors to kind of trim the edges of this. And look how beautiful it is though. And look at this detail. Let's see if it'll let me. See its mouth? It's got a mouth. Ah! Okay, so there was a casualty. And the casualty is this guy. I had to use the scissors to trim them up a little bit, and this guy just couldn't take it. I guess there was an air pocket there, and it broke. But I went ahead and did all of them. So we've got all our little gummies. You know, the one that's broken, it's not going to be a big deal. We're just going to put him right in there. He actually fits quite well. And let's see if we can fit the rest of these guys in here, because I did kind of fill it pretty full. Woo! And there we go. So, here we are. Our gummy snakes. Beautiful. All right. Until next time. See you guys later.